You guys can get 3 loot boxes for Overwatch right now. And by the way, I wanted to mention that with this, you get these 3, and you also get a legendary loot box right now. Okay? So, drum rolls in chat, please. Ha! Nothing.
Womp.
Womp.
Darn it.
All right. Number 2. Nothing. I don't think. Nope. Oh, well, we got currency.
We
got coins. A single womp.
You get skins with that, yeah.
And final one. Oh, a legendary! Oh! Let's go!
Beautiful.
That is the second time that this channel has pulled a legendary skin on stream, and we've only done this like 3 times.
Heck yeah.
That
Good
is
stuff.
awesome.
Good stuff.
It is time for us to upgrade and move from Overwatch 1 to begin discussing Overwatch 2 for our deep dive.
Which one's your favorite? Mine's Tracer. She's like, cheers, love, the cavalry's here. You're one of those heroes, aren't you?
Before me, I see the future.
Get in there. It takes a team to tango.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the art director of Overwatch 2, Dion Rogers. Welcome in, man. How are you?
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Goob.
Big overview here. Let's talk roadmap. Let's start off at the top here. Big thing, you guys are moving free to play. Care to talk about what that thought was, like why you guys wanted to switch over to free to play?
Yeah, and I wanted to touch on the roadmap a little. This is a big step for us. We wanted to share this roadmap with all the fans, you know? It's something you usually were a little more kind of mysterious with what's next. It's kind of hard to tell when a hero's coming or when a new map. We wanted to be clear with Overwatch 2 that let's just share a roadmap with everyone so you can see exactly what we're up to. So free to play is awesome because it's a lot easier for people to just jump in and play. You lower this barrier to, you don't have to fork over $40, $60. You want to play with your friends, jump in.
So tell us, can you tell us more about, how you're thinking Sojourn is going to fit into the, not meta, but how do you see her being played? She seems more like she's aggressive, like she's DPS, yeah?
The world.
Yeah, so she's our 33rd hero, basically, and she's a DPS, a damage character. She kind of plays a mid-range type gameplay, so not too far back, not too close. She has an awesome railgun. We're big fans of Quake, so we wanted to get a railgun into the game, and this was our way of doing that. The railgun has this really cool secondary ability where as you shoot with our primary fire, it builds up energy, and you can release that energy in a more kind of a stronger, more precise shot. Yeah. This is really fun. It relies a bit on accuracy, but it's a very fun ability to use at all skill levels. But as you get better and better with her, she becomes pretty like this kind of mobile sniper on the team that
oh, that's so cool.
It's really fun. It's fun for all skill levels. I really love characters like this in Overwatch when you can jump in and enjoy her. But if you really want to dig in and play that high level play, she's one of those characters as well.
I want to talk about maps, okay? So we just heard about Portugal, a new map. But let's start off with Rio, which will be in the next beta
That's
and
correct, yeah.
I just want to I want to hand it to you to just talk about this map. Give us as much information as you can to talk about Rio, what this map is going to be like, and what we should expect.
Yeah, Rio's will be a new hybrid map for the beta coming up on June 28th. It's this beautiful, colorful map that takes place obviously in Rio de Janeiro. We gave it a cool, unique Overwatch name. You'll find Lucio's home there. I really love the maps that kind of connect with our heroes, and Rio is one of them. Awesome on the team, we have quite a few people that were born in Brazil and this location, and they helped create the map. Our sound team, we have a sound designer on the team that he's from the location, and just some amazing sounds and things around the map. Sometimes I just walk around the map without combat just to listen to the music and the sounds and the culture that we were able to capture inside this map. So I think it's some cool, nice touches that give it that hopeful world that players are used to feeling in Overwatch. You should get that sense in Rio.
Awesome.
It was a very fun payload too, actually. It's a kind of a festival payload with a bunch of speakers and music. Very Lucio kind of feeling thing.
So cool.
It should be fun to see.
And in addition to that, so we'll move right on to talk about your guys' new map that you literally announced, I believe you announced yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, Portugal. Let's talk about that one. And I'll just hand it right back to you.
Okay. So you can see Portugal is our next push map, which is nice. We'll have multiple push maps for players to jump into. Another cool map, again, it shows our international team that's working on the game. The lead environment artist, a guy named Helder Pinto, he's from Portugal, so it's a very close map to him and the team that worked on it. But again, trying to inject as much culture, the architecture you find there in Portugal. Trey, a guy named Trey, is one of the level designers on the team. He worked on this map, and we learned a lot from working on push version of Rome, the Toronto push. So taking that information and jumping into this one, there's some really fun routes, nice shortcuts. It's just each map has this nice difference. Toronto has this more open sort of flank route kind of feel to it. Rome, a little tighter when you get inside the Coliseum. Hopefully we get into players' hands soon.
Just give us that quick overview of understanding gun charms and what's going on with these new mythic skins and how those work.
Right. The charms, we enjoy charms actually in a lot of other games that have them, but so we're having a lot of fun coming up, the art team and the concept team coming up with these cool designs that it's kind of like a bit about how we express ourselves in the game, and it's more of a first person thing for the players, but you get to add these charms to your weapons, and there's always the question of like, how does it look for Mora or Doomfist, because they don't really have a first person weapon. But we have this cool mix of cute charms, cool charms, kind of just fancy charms. We really want it to be this broad collection of things that it just speaks to the players. There's a bunch of lore ones in there too, like that are connected directly to our heroes. So we feel like we have a whole team dedicated to this. So and next up, the Genji Mythic. This is a step above a legendary skin. So this is we're trying to create a skin that is even better than our legendary skins, where our character team do an awesome job with already. We put a ton of work into the Mythic. This is a fully customizable skin. You'll be able to change the colors, certain parts on the hero.
Okay, that's cool.
Dedicated animations to it, this one's pretty awesome. When Genji does his ultimate, his face mask opens up and this crazy smoke comes out of it, and it's just I really feel like this one is elevated beyond the legendary. Each one will be a little different. We're trying to come up with like a unique idea for each one, but things that will carry over, most of them will be customizable. There'll usually be some sort of parts you can customize or colors you can change. Wonderful. But right now we hope to like come up with a cool idea for when we decide to make another Mythic.
Fantastic.
There's a uniqueness about that,
So let's take a look at Junker Queen.
I feel like you guys absolutely nailed the sci-fi wasteland thing. Like I am just so impressed by how y'all continue to come up with different themes. It looks beautiful. So can you give us more information on the lore around like a place like Junkertown? I want to know more about like like Junkrat's relationship with Junker Queen, and where does like maybe Roadhog figure in with this? I have a lot of questions, but if you could give us just like a taste of what y'all were thinking when you were coming up with Junker Queen's background.
Okay. Yeah, and you can see from the trailer and the character, we have an amazing art team. The character artist, the character model, the character concept, hero designers. These all. Once we dug into Junker Queen, I really love the result we ended up with. So she's interesting because she was kind of born out of the map. So we made Junkertown a few years ago for Overwatch 1, and as we were developing that map, our narrative team dug in. We tried to figure out what type of people live in Junkertown, what would they do, and this idea came that there was some sort of leader there as well, deep in the outback of Australia. Junkrat and Roadhog lives there. They've been kicked out of the city, so who kicked them out? Junker Queen is the one. They didn't follow. There's some rules you can see in the Junkertown that Junkrat and Roadhog didn't follow. They got kicked out. She basically has this no knuckleheads rule, and kind of in her lore, you saw she was kicked out by the previous king. But she's a really great leader. She tries to get everyone to work together. You can see she's very ferocious. She has this cool outfit that kind of suits the wilderness of the outback. So she was on this poster. We looked at that poster. We tried to define the hero a little bit more. But yeah, she was kind of born out of the map. Usually a hero comes from a lot of concept ideation. Some hero designers will play with abilities that we like to use. But this one, her genesis was kind of born out of building the map called Junkertown, basically.
That's so great.
So cool.
Yeah.
So, and I know, we have so many questions. Everybody in chat. I do want to mention that. So I want to talk about the abilities and stuff, but within that, talk about like what her abilities are, how they work, and somebody was asking about the wound function because it seems like that's a newish idea that you guys are adding into this. So with all of that being said, just curious about how her abilities work and all of that. If you would help illuminate us on that, if you would.
Yeah, she's what's kind of interesting about this character is she was built during 5v5. She's a pure character who's never existed in the 66 world. So Orisa, we had to do a bunch of reworks to kind of get her to fit in. Reinhardt, we did some adjustments to him, but different from those two, Reinhardt is a little more, the team anchors around him. Orisa does too. She's a more brawly type character. She wants to get in the mix and use her abilities. Her abilities cause this new kind of debuff buff called Wound, which causes a bit of a bleed effect on the opponent, which heals her. If you do this really well, she's hard to kill. Like you really get in there and you use her abilities in a certain loop. Yeah. She also has this ability called Commanding Shout, which kind of boosts the speed and armor of teammates around her. So it's not to say that teammates don't need to be around her, but she is definitely she wants to get in a mix, distract the other team while the rest of the team does their work. They do their damage, they do their heals. But you can hear the bleed effect going here.
Yeah.
And she's being healed while this is going on. And this axe swing, she's got a fun kit because she's got so many weapons: a shotgun, an axe, a knife, and she even named her knife. It's called Gracie.
That's great.
Just this lore that the narrative team does for these characters is so awesome. And her ultimate is just this massive rampage of all her weapons that causes bleed on multiple people at a time, which can be really hard to overcome in skilled hands of a player playing Junker Queen.
What is the thing that you are most proud of that we have seen today that you've worked on with Overwatch 2? We want to get excited about what you get excited about, so tell us.
I worked on Junkertown itself, and also Ben is the director of that really awesome cinematic that in our cinematics department at Blizzard. But to be honest, I'm really proud of what the team was able to accomplish, especially over the last 2 years. We want to play it more ourselves, so you can see with the roadmap and our 9-week cadence, we want to get the game back out, and it's a game that we're constantly updating. We're working on new heroes, new maps. I'm really proud of that. We really got the right things in place. We upgraded our engine to build things faster. Our team's 3 times the size of it used to be. This was a huge effort by everyone on the team. So this is what I'm most excited is that we were able to accomplish this. We're more than prepared for October 4th. And I hope you guys get to jump in then.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dion.
Thank you, Dion.
We got to get out of here, but you guys go keep kicking butt. We'll see you very soon for the beta and then the full launch. And we're just so excited to hear more, man. So have yourself a wonderful day and night or whatever time it is. I don't know. Have it one a good one, buddy. We'll see you soon, all right?